What's happening, guys? I'm coming through with another video. This is a video request that I'm now getting to from a subscriber. We're going to speak about narcissistic aunts and uncles. And it's funny because these can be some of the worst out of all of them. Let's say you're close, or we're close, with one of your aunts or uncles, right? Maybe both. You might have been close to them because you were serving them. You served a purpose for them and in their life. They benefited off of you for maybe your own fun and entertainment. Maybe you entertain these people. Maybe you spent all your time and energy doing things for these people. And they like you for that. But now when it's time to do what you want to do with your life, to move on, to go and do bigger and better things, now all of a sudden they start to hate. They start to low-key hate. They start to look at you weird. They start to almost resent you and shit like this. They'll probably start talking shit behind your back. They might be mad at your parents for letting you do the things that you want to do. Because they're probably trying to convince your parents not to let you move on with your life, to keep you stuck. This is the crazy shit some narc aunts and uncles will do. And I've seen this from my own experience. I know what this is all about. It's not fun. And it's just hilarious because I've literally had an aunt sit me down at my table back at my parents' house before I had all this shit going on that I got on for myself. They sit me down at this table, literally trying to convince me to do something with my life that I have zero interest in. Trying to convince my parents that no, this is what he has to do. You have to do this. You have to go and you have to do this. You have to. I was literally laughing the entire time, thinking you ain't got a fucking clue what you're talking about. And guess what? You look miserable as fuck when you're saying that. You look miserable as fuck. Point blank, period. Just as a human being. You look miserable. So, now's the time to shut up, get out of my face, and walk your ass out of my house. Did I say this? No, I didn't. Did I want to say this? Yes. That shit's annoying to me. They're controlling, abusive people that want to make sure that you do not do greater things with your life. They don't want you to be happier than them. And it's easy to see. They think you have to take a certain path in life because they did it. They don't see anything else for you. If they couldn't have done something, you can't either. And it's not just aunts and uncles that are like this. Even some of your parents might be like this. Family members might be like this. Some of your friends might be like this. And try to hold you back and do all this bullshit to stunt you from your growth, to try to put fear into your heart and into your brain. They're toxic people. And wait till you actually break out of all this bullshit, which I did, so I can tell you guys right now what it's like. Wait till you see the look on their faces when you don't go through with what they said, and you literally take life in your own two hands, and you take your own path, and you come out on top. You might not even be super successful with all this fucking flying bullshit going on around you, you know what I mean? You might not have everything in the world, but you might have passed your test with flying colors. You might have passed life's test. And you fought through all the burdens. You came out on top. You're living the way you want to live. And they see that. They see that you're happier than they are. They see and they notice that you didn't take that miserable ass path in life. And the look on their faces is priceless. They have a look of disgust. You can tell they're thinking about themselves and they're reflecting on their own life. When they're looking at you with a lot of shame, they almost feel shameful because of what you did and what you conquered at a much younger age than they did. Right? This is the toxic shit that you might have to go through. Because I've seen this shit myself. Even with some old friends that I had, I've seen faces. Looks of disgust. Just pure disgust on their face. Couldn't even have a conversation with me after this. Because I'm free. And they can't say shit to me. They have no power over me. They ain't got shit over me. Because I'm a fucking boss. A CEO. I ain't no bitch. And you're not going to talk to me like this ever again. And you know that. And I can see that you know that. Now get out of my fucking face. And that's just how it is. These people are going to piss you off. They're going to put a chip on your shoulder. They put massive chips on my shoulder. Like, okay. Okay. Alright. Watch this. Okay. You can say whatever you want to say. Watch. Then all of a sudden, you prove them wrong. Now you see them out and about somewhere. Now they just look disgusted. Because you proved them wrong. Now they're reflecting on their own trash life that they made trash of. Because they didn't want to put their heads down and go through the grind. They don't understand what it is. They have this slave mentality where they think they have to do things in life. They have to do this. They have to do that. You can actually pick what you want to do with your life. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that? You can actually make a decision of what you want to do with your own life. You don't have to do all these miserable ass things that you're saying. You don't have to do that. You know what? You might have to do some shit you don't want to do temporarily. But you can get yourself to where you want to be if you're willing to hustle. And that's what it takes. No shit comes easy. You might have to eat shit for a couple years. You might have to live life like shit by not having almost any fun. Just work all the time to make life better. To put yourself in a position that is going to be a lot better than what you would have to do if you did all this work. Right? That's what it is. That's what it comes down to, and sometimes life is all about inches. Some people give up at 90%. It's happened to a lot of people. And I've even heard, I've seen videos myself of successful people talking in videos saying that the truth is most people that actually go for the things that they want in their life, they give up at 90%. They're 90% of the way there and they give up and they throw in the towel. Not knowing if they just kept going a little bit more, they would have passed all those hurdles and came right out on top. When you want to give up the most is when you have to keep going. Right? And that's what these types of people don't understand. And they're going to hate you for doing the things that they could not do. Because let's be honest, it's not easy at all. The way I had to live my life the last couple of years, the way I could explain it, I literally had a lump in my throat for years. Shit was so tough that it was hard to swallow. You know what I mean? You have to stay strong. You have to stay tough. You have to have this hard-nosed mentality where I don't give a fuck how I feel. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going for this. I'm doing the things I want to do. It's hard as hell, but I know I have to do this, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to take it day by day. I'm just going to pass every single test day by day and get through all this shit. And I'm going to do it no matter how long it takes. Everybody gave up this shit. They're gone chasing money every single day. I'm going to take the hard way. I'm going to eat shit for years so I can be a little bit more comfortable and do the things I want to do and do it on my own time. Right? It's not easy. You have to eat shit. Unless you come from a rich family, you have to eat shit. You might have to be broke for a long time, maybe years, just barely squeaking by. Just barely. So yeah, and a lot of people don't see you having to go through all this bullshit. Like, the way I'm explaining it right now, it really is this hard, but it's doable. That's what I'll say. It's doable. You can do it. You just have to really want to do it. It's like anything. You just have to really want to do it, and you stick to it. You don't back out to chase temporary money. Gotta sneeze. Fuck. You don't do all that bullshit. You really ride it out. You really have to eat dirt. And that's how you overcome all these things. That's how you can literally put yourself ahead in life. No days off. Even on Sunday, you're doing some shit. Maybe not as much. Maybe Monday through Friday to Saturday. But you're still getting shit done. You're still doing a lot. Right? And we all need time to reflect. We all need time to just chill when enough is enough. Because I usually work myself into a brick wall where I get to a point where my jaw literally starts to hurt from speaking. Like, not just from doing YouTube, like just in life in general. I talk a lot on a regular day basis outside of YouTube. Phone calls in the gyms. Talking with people about the health and fitness industry that I'm in. Doing all this stuff. It's hard work. It's very hard. I've worked many labor jobs in my life. Shit's harder right now than it ever was. I'm just stronger right now than I ever was. All the stuff that I do is so much harder than a job. A job is easy compared to the shit that I have to do on a day-to-day basis. This shit is stressful. But the thing is, it gets better over time because you get stronger, you get more used to it, and you reap the rewards more. What's tough about a job is mentally showing up day after day after day, seeing the same people doing the same shit, and all this, day after day after day. And there's nothing even wrong with a job. Some people actually love their jobs, and that's amazing. That's a blessing. But where I come from, and the shit that I gotta do, there ain't nothing fun about getting a job around here. Not for me. None of this shit's for me. If I was to do anything, or if I was to go back to school, go back to college maybe for a year or two, it'd be for youth working. And what do you guys think about that? How do you guys think I'd fare out being a youth worker? Because when I was in grade 8, I've had females come up to me, girls that were in the same grade as me, and even other people too, saying they see me being a youth worker when I was in grade 8, just a little kid. I don't know why. I didn't know why they said it. I didn't even really recognize at the time, but I just have a gift for helping other people, for speaking, for being there for people, lifting people up, being that positive energy that some people need in this world. And I think it'd be good. I'm thinking hard about it, about going back to be a youth worker. It's a possibility. We'll see what happens. But you just have to really enjoy what you do, plain and simple. I just think a lot of people have jobs that they actually despise. And they hate getting up for it. And it's not a healthy way to live your life. Like, you can pick something else. You can do something else. You can go back to school. You can do whatever you want to do. Just don't suffer the rest of your life trying to go somewhere where you don't want to go. That's also what creates a lot of haters and a lot of narcs. If you hate your life, you're going to hate on other people too. It's just that energy you're going to be carrying. You're not going to be all happy for everybody else. You're not going to be polite. You're going to be grumpy. You're going to be that type of a person. Right? So you gotta be smart about your life. You have to really think things out. Same with your relationships. Like, one wrong relationship with a person, with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, could change your whole shit. It could change your whole mood. It could change you as a person completely. I notice when I talk to certain girls, and this is why too, I'm not so fast to hop into a relationship, guys. Even though I could, there's lots of girls that try to lock me down that I'm not being ignorant, I'm not turning these girls down, I'm just really not acknowledging it. You know what I mean? It's gonna take something else for me to really do that. It's gonna take something. It's really gonna take something. And it's not gonna be something that comes into my life to take me away from myself, I'll tell you that much. That ain't happening. Because I need me. I need me more than I need anything else in this world. I need to be me more than anything else. Because nothing else happens if I'm not me. I'm just a shell of myself. Ain't shit happening. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing nothing. And I'll end up doing bad shit if I'm not myself. That's just how things go for people in general. You have to be smart about your life. You can't listen to other people, narcissistic aunts and uncles. You cannot listen to these people. No matter who turns their back on you, you have to stay true to yourself. I have zero apologies for anybody for becoming the person that I'm becoming, and you guys have to be the exact same way. Screw these people. Screw them. If they're not happy for you for being happy, they truly don't give a flying fuck about you. Zero fucks. Think of it like this. I'm out.